figure in Christian history to hold that Jewish law is no longer valid. Did Paul ever say that?
Nope.
That never happened. Look what it says. Supersessionism, also called replacement theology, is a Christian doctrine. So why are you putting it on us? Which asserts that the new covenant through Jesus Christ supersedes the old covenant, which was made exclusively for the Jewish people. So can I ask you a question? Who was the New Testament made for? Malachi.
All right, shalom, Captain. It was
Shalom.
made for the house of Israel and the house of Judah. He was
The Israelites. See, they saying that the Old Testament was made for the Jewish people. The Jewish people know that covenant was not made for them. The old covenant was made for the Israelites. We know what the hell we talking about. We talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. We ain't talking about them Edomites. We don't give a damn what y'all watching. You see, what Esau doesn't understand, that all what they doing right now is not giving us any fear. All of this is making us feel good because we know that this is real now. We've been new, but now we really know. Now it's more. Our faith is building and building. Okay? Give me the scripture that shows that the New Testament is for the Israelites in Hebrews chapter, yes. Real quick, because whoever's watching, maybe they never seen this before. They're saying that we have a replacement theology. No, we have the real theology. We teaching the Bible for real. Everything else in the world is replacement theology. The Jewish religion is a replacement theology. They replaced us as the Jews. That's what they did. But it's not working. And now they have to do what? They have to speak for themselves. Why would they go all out to say we have a replacement theology? You think the people can go to them and say, listen, have you guys ever sat down with these Israelites and just talk to them? How come I never seen you sit down with them? What they going to say? Well, we teach that in Brooklyn. They walk by all the time. Senator Schumer, I told you, Senator Schumer walked past us one day. Look dead in my, we look right in each other's eyes. Click. I said, what the hell are you doing over here? That's what I was saying in the spirit. And he was looking back at me. He was like, you know what the hell I'm doing over here, nigga. All right? And he had the two Suburbans driving, watching his back as he walked through. Me and Captain Ann and I was the guy. I said, yo, Cap, look who coming through. What do you think he coming through for? He coming through there all of a sudden? You got Prospect Park. You got a lot of places you could go on your nice little morning walk. But you coming through there now. Because it had already started. They said, yo, how are we going to remove these guys? Because their temple is right down the block. It's like 2 blocks down where we teach. And when they come by sometimes, if they get a little live, hey, we got to start getting them scriptures ready. We start blazing, period. See, if the Jewish people, what they don't understand is if they're watching, they got their people watching, we don't even care about y'all. We're not thinking about you because you're not the Jews. We told you already. We're going to tell you again. Nobody cares. Y'all not the Jews. That's it. We the Israelites. We going to keep teaching it. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Y'all got to come kill and do whatever. Go to people's jobs and get their house and scaring them. Yo, come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. What y'all got for me? Am I going
Hebrews
crazy?
8 and verse 10.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm losing it, y'all. Y'all got to keep it together. Hold me together, y'all. I'm mad as hell right now. Come on.
Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, save the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
Right. This is not talking about all the nations. This is talking about Israel. What you got, Ezra? And scroll up some. Emmanuel, you the one scrolling? Who's scrolling?
I think it was Hebrews 8 and 8.
Yeah. You went, all right, we'll start up at 8.
Yes, sir. Hebrews 8 and verse 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, save the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Period. The house of Israel is the northern kingdom. The house of Judah is the southern kingdom. No spiritual Israel. Notice, you don't hear no Christians talking about spiritual Israel no more. Nope. You know why? Because we've been blazing and scorching the earth with this Bible for the past few years. You think they ain't learned? They learned. Pastor, there's no more spiritual Israel. I don't think we should say that. We're not. It's done. You don't hear John 3:16 hardly coming out on the streets no more. You don't hear none of that because the Lord's word is coming out in the earth. You think these Edomites don't know what the hell's going on? That's why they mad. That's why, they killed they raided the store and killed the man. Why? Why? They know for a fact the Israelites had nothing to do with that. The bishop, that man had on a damn Muslim garb. He bought the guns from a Muslim guy. I'm gonna get into. Listen, I got some stuff for y'all. What else you got for me? That's it?
Yes, sir, that was it.
All right, I'm gonna continue to read this. Look at this, y'all. In Christianity, supersessionism is a theological view on the current status of the church in relation to the Jewish people and Judaism. It holds that the Christian church has succeeded the Israelites as the definitive people of God. So again, they're saying that because that's what Christianity, that's what they do say, that now it's no longer the Jewish people, it's us, those who believe on Christ, and that the Jewish people have to believe on Christ so that they can now come into, get to heaven. Or that the new covenant has replaced or superseded the Mosaic covenant. From a supersessionist point of view, just by continuing to exist outside the church, the Jews dissent. This view directly contrasts with the dual covenant theology, which holds that the Mosaic covenant remains valid for Jews. So the bottom line is what I'm showing y'all, right? Is that this replacement theology was created by Esau, for Esau, by Esau? Am I saying that right? Fubu. That's a FUBU. That's FUBU theology right there for the so-called white man. For us, by us. So they can all become part of this fake religion that they call Christianity. And all them religions they got out there are phony. That's what that's for. So now they say, listen, it's a replacement theology. Who's really, if you're a so-called white man or other, you're not really looking into the Israelites. You're going based on what the media is telling you. That's what they know. That's why they put out those popular persuasions. The secret plot been going on for many years. The secret plot been going on since they got us out of slavery, since they took us from slavery. That's how come we didn't know who we are. We never knew who we were until the Lord started showing us. That was the secret plot that whole time. Then the popular persuasions came up, and now it's coming up even harder. Okay? Let me show y'all something real quick. Stay there. We're not going to go to the scripture right away. Give me the one that says Newburgh Sting. I want to show y'all this. This is important. Because what you've seen that took place over there in New Jersey, yes, we don't know what the hell happened over there. But it doesn't really make sense when you think about it. You got two individuals, a man and a woman. First off, when they first showed them, it was two different people. Y'all remember that? Then all of a sudden they showed two. We like, yo, what the? All right. Then they came on the news and said, the actors, the criminals, they called them actors. Right? Now, we know that in certain times they use the term actor to mean that they were the one that were acting out this whatever was going on. But the funny thing is, why would you use that term at that time? All right, whatever, we'll leave that. That's that. Maybe I'm going too far. But these two individuals killed an Uber driver. How come we don't hear nothing about this? Why did they kill the Uber driver? Found his body in a trunk. All right. Then they killed a detective who was supposedly checking on them because of the Uber driver. Well, why was the detective by himself? I've never known of any detectives to roll around by themselves. Yeah, always got to put, because that's the whole point. They can't just one man go. You got to go check. One person got to see something. Whatever. He goes and sees them at a cemetery. They lay him down, kill him right there. They leave from there, then show up to this particular market. Kill the people in there, but there was one kid there, young dude, 24, Jewish guy, who was the son of a Jewish activist. That's what they say. We don't know for a fact, but that's the information they gave us. So right away, when I see that, my first thought is, it was a hit. Maybe the whole commotion was just to hit that guy, to send a message to that Jewish activist. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but when you look through history, a lot of times things go like that. They create a scenario. You see this right here? This is called the Newburgh Sting. Okay? This is something this is a documentary they put out in 2014. I watched it. Y'all should all take a look at this. These four brothers, right, from Newburgh, New York, upstate. And it was found they were supposedly Muslim. They said they were involved in a terrorist activity. They were supposed to buy missiles and this and that, and then do what? Attack a Jewish synagogue. All right? Now, in the documentary, it shows you that these four cats was like some regular dudes. So when the Arab guy approached them, they was trying to get money. He was feeding them money weekly, just like, yo, hold this. Cat's like, oh, yeah? That's food. Anybody, listen, I don't want to, bottom line is, if you out there and you see this kind of situation where guys just paying you to do stuff, these guys were hungry. They didn't have anything. It was barely even decent drug dealers. Like they wasn't out there like that. They were out there, but they wasn't really making no money. So this money was coming, they was taking it. They were talking to them. They actually said, yeah, we was going for the money. They didn't buy anything. It turns out this Arab guy says, listen, show up to this synagogue, and this is going to happen, whatever. All four of them was at the synagogue with no weapons, nothing. They just there because they were told to be there. All of a sudden, the feds show up, lock them up, and whatever, and they were for terrorism against, Jewish people, blah, 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 hate crime, the whole nine, right? Then you find out that the Arab guy was the Fed. He was an actual FBI, not an informant, an actual Fed. The whole thing was a Fed plot. So was there actually any terrorism that took place? These guys were some regular hood dudes that was trying to get money. So they never went and bought the missile launcher. They never went and bought all of the guns. What I'm trying to explain to you is this is the garbage that these people will stoop to. The Newburgh Sting. There's other things. We can bring them out. We're going to bring them out. In World War II, in the situation in Germany with Hitler, we're going to get into that. They the ones that start. Listen, I'm going to get into that later. We're going crazy. It's too much. It's really ridiculous right now. But I'm telling you, a lot of what you're seeing is what we read about, the popular persuasions, the commotions. To do what? To make you fearful, to hinder the building of the nation. But there's no hindering going on. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all have to show up yourselves. Y'all got to read. Y'all got to get strong and be in this walk, or go home and just watch from abroad, like watch on TV and say, damn, I knew him. You know what I'm saying? They killed him. Damn. They put him in jail because that's what's going on. That's what's going to happen. Hey, go give me Esther, the other one I want. You know what I want? Oh, yeah, you want? Hey, I see you in the spirit today. You find out you had a good sleep last night. Yeah, that's the one. Come on. Come on.
Esther chapter 13 in the Apocrypha in verse 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Esther chapter 13 and verse 4. Declare unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations and continually despised the commandment of kings, so as the uniting of our kingdoms, honorably intended by us, cannot go forward. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, different in the strange manner of their law.
You see that? First of all, it says that what? In verse 4, that their laws are contrary to all nations. Remember, this is the same, I forgot to tell y'all, this is the same thing that we were just reading about in Esther in the Bible. Okay? So nobody can say that the Apocrypha is not a true book. It's giving you the same exact history, but a little more detailed, right? So look, declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people, now it's saying malicious, that had the laws contrary to all nations and continually despised the commandments of kings, so as what? So as the uniting of our kingdoms honorably intended by us cannot go forward. So now they're blaming the Israelites for saying that the nation can't come together as a people. You see? This is why you see in what? You are out in Brooklyn and Crown Heights and all that, they put in what? Oh, they're attacking Jewish people in crime. First of all, them little knuckleheads is attacking everybody over there in Crown Heights. Everybody in Crown Heights getting robbed. Is the Jew? Bro, who here from Crown Heights in Brooklyn? Who's from Brooklyn? Oh, you live, bro, you from Crown Heights. Listen, somebody give that man the microphone and let him explain who's mostly getting robbed in Crown Heights. For real.
They extort people at the best. They overcharge people housing. They pollute our communities. They prostitute young sisters.
Oh, thank you. See, okay. Listen, I like you. I like what you just said, because I'm about to go there. Hold the mic for a second. Have a seat. Let me discuss that. Because, first of all, our people over there is wicked as hell. So they robbing us left, right, and center. Cats getting shot, robbed, the whole nine. So to say a Jewish man is being accosted and his hat slapped off of his head, I mean, all right, yeah, obviously we don't want none of that. We don't want to see our people involved in that stupidity, because if you smacking off the man hat off his head just because, oh, you're a Jewish person, I'm smacking your hat off your head, this is stupidity. This is pure stupidity and ignorance. We don't have time for foolishness. You understand? That's why we know to keep the law. That's the whole point. Nobody can be against the Israelites because we're about keeping the law. None of our kids are going to be smacking up no Jewish guy in the street. That's never going to happen. Okay? But there's something, what? A popular persuasion trying to act like what? I seen one of the Jewish ladies came on TV and said, it's, what is it? Their fake Hanukkah. It's Hanukkah and we're bringing light to the world and look what's happening. You're not bringing no light to the world. No, I'm going to tell you what you're bringing to the world. The men over there, they prostitute the sisters over there. They're not forcing the sisters. The sisters are agreeing to it. But they're paying them. They're having sex with them. When they don't want to be with their wife, I'm telling you facts. I'm not telling you no BS. Facts. In Crown Heights. Yeah. They doing that like our soldier brought out. They charging all kind of rent. They slum lords. Come on. These people are running up in neighborhoods. Matter of fact, pull that one out. The one that says, the one I got that says, it should say Jewish enclaves popping up. Pull that one up. Let me show y'all something. See, the whole thing is just this. A lot of them, they're starting to what? They're big on real estate. That's why you heard the lady in Jersey City complaining, saying how they were trying to take all of the real estate. All right? They're big on that. That's a big business for them. Okay? So what they're doing now is they're spreading out more, because with gentrification, what's happening? A lot of the Jakes are being moved out of the city into the suburbs. So they want to take over all of those homes and everything that are there. So now when they're going into these neighborhoods, what do you think's happening? People getting angry. People like, yo, how the hell you get this house? I've been knowing this lady for a long time. You got it? You know, that's cool right there. Just scroll down a little bit, just so I can see the top. Oh, no, it's good. It's good. You're good. You're good. Right? These are the things that are going on. So in order for them to be able to move into the community and nobody say anything, they just want it to be quiet. They don't want somebody to say, damn, how y'all get this house? Because when they bought like a building next to where I live or whatever, and they come in and they doing work or whatever, I came out one day, hey, how you doing? I was like, come on, man. I'm just sniffling at you, bro. I don't talk to you. Beat it. They have no respect for you. Trust me when I'm telling you. Been around these people my whole life. I'm telling you. This man will tell you. Anybody from them areas, you know how they play. They don't care about anybody. When I say that, I'm telling you the truth. They don't give a damn about anybody. So when I see all this, and is it? Look at this. As Jewish enclaves spring up around New York City, so does intolerance. They're calling it intolerance. Let me go back to the soldier. Can you move into the Jewish neighborhood? Can you move into a Jewish neighborhood?
Nope.
No, you cannot. You cannot. Listen, when I was a little kid, I used to play baseball, right? Hold your thought. You can pull that down for a second. I want the people, I'll tell you when to bring it back up, right? One of the guys, he was a writer for the paper. They used to put stuff in the paper. You know, I wasn't no little kid. I was older, so they would, whatever happened, they put that in the paper, whatever. One of the writers, he was a Jewish man. His nephew was Jake, because his sister had married a Judah brother, and in that son, he was a good ball player, so we used to be on all-star teams and all that, whatever. So one day we out there, and he comes over to me and says, isn't this a nice neighborhood? I said, yeah. He said, wouldn't you like to live in this neighborhood one day? Or something like this, these houses? I said, yeah, it's all right. He said, it's never going to happen. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is a real story I'm telling y'all. I have a lot of dealings with Esau. Trust me. I could go on for days. He said, this is never going to happen. So I didn't say anything. I'm young at the time. I was just listening to him. He said, what happens is, let's say you want to buy this house. He said, you go in with your family and you buy this house. What these people are going to do is come in behind you, put in 10 grand a piece, buy the house outright while you're waiting for your loan to come through. And they're going to buy the house out from under you to make sure that you're not in this neighborhood. He told me that as a young boy. Now, at the time, you don't know how to take that. You're thinking, whatever. I don't know why he's saying that. But as I got to be a grown man and having real experiences, I realized what he was telling me was real. You cannot move into their neighborhoods. But yet, when it's time for them, put that thing back up. Now, when it's time for them to do what? Start feeling like they want to take over this real estate. Now nobody's supposed to say anything to them. They want it to be where, and nobody's fighting them. I'm just talking about even words. They don't, no, that's the Jewish people, please. They're the chosen of God. They're the chosen. We learned that from Reverend Al Sharpton. This is why they have our people in their back pocket. Foolishness, man. So look at this. For years, ultra-Orthodox Jewish families priced out of increasingly expensive Brooklyn neighborhoods. They're saying that the Jewish people are priced out. Yo, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. I'm telling you, this is all a lie. Expensive Brooklyn neighborhoods have been turned into the suburbs where they have taken advantage of open space and cheaper housing to establish modern-day versions of the European Stetzels. That's supposed to be Hebrew? Some Yiddish foolishness where their ancestors lived for centuries before the Holocaust, right? So the expansion of Hasidic communities in New York's Hudson Valley, the Catskills, blah, 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 they going about where they're expanding to. And there's beef where they're going. These areas where they're going to, ain't no black people there. No, they're moving into other white neighborhoods, right? And people are beefing with them because the regular Esau be mad at Amalek, right? But look what they put right under that. They said, I'm sorry, it says, let me finish up. The expansion of Hasidic communities in New York's Hudson Valley, the Catskills, and northern New Jersey have been accompanied by flare-ups of rhetoric aimed at new development that some say is cloaked in anti-Semitism. It's cloaked in it, right? Now, a pair of violent attacks on such communities just weeks apart worry many that intolerance is boiling over. Then look where they go to. The incidents that's dealing with Jake. Those incidents ain't happened there. But you see how they can juxtapose and swing it? This is madness, man. Y'all can read these articles on your own. Bring it down. I'm trying to show you how the media, how they are pushing this. I spoke to this Jewish dude the other day. Now, obviously, he didn't know I was Israelite when he's talking to me. And he's like, yeah, right in Crown Heights. And he's like, yeah, it's a lot of hate against Jewish people in this neighborhood, a lot of hate. I was like, yeah? Like what? So the way he said it, we were close to the campsite. So I'm thinking maybe he was going to reference something. So I said, like what? What's going on? Oh, nah, Jewish people are being smacked in the face as they walk down the block. I'm like, really? I said, okay. And it's being done mostly by African Americans. I'm like, really? Okay. I said, yeah, because you know what? I saw one on TV where there was a woman walking down the street with her son and people were throwing snowballs at them. I said, I can't believe that. Who would do that to a woman and her child? He didn't say anything. You know why? Because that wasn't committed by any brothers. That was the Arabs. So he didn't comment. So instead of him commenting on hate altogether, he wanted to focus it on us because they all know that's the route they're going right now. That's the popular persuasion. That's the BS. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just putting this in y'all head because what? They destroyed us and they don't want to let that thing go. Give me Lamentations chapter 2. Don't think we ain't going back to the Bible. I'm just showing y'all some articles and things y'all need to see. Y'all need to realize what's going on here. Don't fall asleep on what's going on. I'm telling you. This thing is wicked as hell. Give me y'all Lamentations chapter 2. Hold on, let me take a look. I think I want 15. Hold on a second. Starting 15.
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?
Because at one point, that's what we were. Remember, we talked about the way we walked in the commandments, the way how we dressed, everything. We were the beauty of the earth. So when we got thrown down to the ground, now they looking at us like, what? This is no. Read.
All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee.
You see that? All our enemies are opening their mouth against us. Read.
They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up.
We have swallowed her up. Who? The Israelites. Come on.
Certainly this is the day that we look for.
You see that? This is the day we look for, that we could destroy them. Read.
We have found, we have seen it.
We have found, we have seen it. This is what Officer read in the opening prayer. in Psalms 35. Remember that? It said, we have seen it. Pull that thing back out again. That thing was beautiful. Right in Psalms 35. Should be like, where'd you start? 15 or something like that? Go ahead. It should be like 16, somewhere right in there.
Yes. Psalms chapter 35 and verse 19.
Okay.
Let not them that are mine enemies wrongfully rejoice over me.
You see that? Let them which are my enemies, let them not wrongly rejoice over me. Come on.
Neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yea, they opened their mouth wide against me and said, Aha, aha, our eye have seen it.
You see that? Aha, aha, our eyes have seen it. Have seen what? The destruction of Israel. They don't want to let us out of that. That's why as we grow and they're trying to stop and hinder our growth because they don't want to see us come up out of that. Because when we come up out of that, it's all over. When we come out of that, are the so-called Jewish people going to continue to go with their game of them being the chosen people? Nope. Everybody going to say, wait a minute. I'm not. It's going to be people who are not even Israelites. I'm talking about it in the flesh. And they're going to be like, wait a minute. But they brought the Bible out. I see what they talking about, but I don't see nothing what you talking about. Go ahead.
I remember when we was back in Paulding, the bishop had mentioned that during one of his classes. He says, once we smash Christianity and there's nothing left, people are going to turn and say, who are you?
Exactly.
And then that's when the attack will come.
Exactly. All praise to the Most High. All praises. You see, that's a spiritual statement made. Because is it not happening? Christianity is smashed. It is. They go to church every week, but they know it's useless. It's useless. So now the attention is focused on these people. Hey, how y'all are Jews? These guys over here, they teaching this thing impeccably. And we coming out of the Christian church, so now we got to focus on you because they say y'all not the real Jews. It's a problem. It is a problem. Come on, you finished on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Give me read on. Go back to Lamentations 2.
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 17.
Yes.
The Lord hath done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and have not pitied.
That's right. The Lord threw us down, right? And the Lamentation says it threw us down to the earth, right? From the king down to the earth. We on the bottom right now. So the Lord has not pitied. No, because we broke those commandments. Read on.
And he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries.
He has set up the horn of thine adversaries. Who's that? Right. When it says the horn, what is that talking about? Right. That power, the leadership of your enemies. It's Esau. Plain and simple. Let me get, and let's find that out. Give me Psalms 83.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Your enemies. You heard what he said? Your enemies make a tumult. That's what we read in 1 Esdras 5 and 73 when it says commotions, right? Secret plots, popular persuasions, commotions, tumult. Y'all understand what's going on? Read.
They that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel.
Secret plot.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Come on.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom.
Stop right there. The very first one, the tabernacles of Edom. Right? Right. Haman, the Agagite. Okay? He was the one that set it off to tell all the kingdoms, oh, these people are very malicious. We got to get rid of them. They hate our laws. Oh, they do? Let's kill them. That's what Edom did. Oh, listen. We got to get rid of these guys. They are the worst. Look at them. And now this is what we're dealing with. Y'all got to understand that. Read.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites. Come on.
Of Moab and the Hagarenes Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek.
And Amalek. All right? That's the so-called Jewish people. They have no love for you. I don't care what's going on. Trust me. It's no love. It's no love. Plain and simple. Esau ain't got no love for you. All this is BS, what we seeing. And all this stuff out here is being devised. I'm telling you. It's like a Hollywood program, Hollywood show going on. But we're gonna get into it a little bit more. You can stop there. Give me Exodus 1 and 8. Because this is what's going on now. We're in what? Spiritual Egypt. Right? And when we were in physical Egypt, they dealt with us the same way. Look at this.
Exodus chapter 1 and 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, and let us deal wisely with them.
Come on, and let us deal wisely with them. You have to be what? A secret plot. We got to do this thing smart. You can't just approach it like that. Before, it was what? Straight slavery, beating us down in the streets, hosing. The whole world saw that. They were like, what the? This is crazy. So now they say, no. Yes. We sorry. No. One love. Let's get together and feel all right. We can marry each other now. See? We're all good. Thank you. Boom. As soon as they turn their back, they're like, yo, listen. Give them all the worst food and water. Yep. Make sure their education is bad. Okay? Set it up. Boom. That's how the game is played now. That's how the game is played now. What else you got for me?
Lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, so get them up out of the land.
Right, get them up out of the land. But they don't want us up out of the land. They just want us nice and assimilated. Assimilated. That's what you see what's going on today in Iran. When they made that bombing, all of that is to just, because you see, we're going to get into that in a little while, but what y'all have to understand is the Iranian government that's there now was set up by the United States way back in the 70s, okay? Which is known as the Ayatollahs, that whole run, okay? The Persians themselves, they were never Muslims, okay? I knew some Persians. I spoke to them. This is before any of this happened. This years ago. And they was telling me the whole, because I always thought that it was like some Arabs. And they were like, yo, we not Arab. I was like, y'all not Arab? Nah. We ain't Arabs. They said, we not even Muslim, really. That's something that happened once the United States put in the Ayatollahs. That's what they brought to the scene. That's why a lot of those families fled out of there. And they're in America now from back in the 70s, in 78, 79, during that time. They got up out of there, okay, because they were living, first of all, they were in an advanced society over there, okay? When you hear about the Persian Empire, they wasn't an empire just because it was something to say. They actually had an empire. Yeah, the Ottoman Turks, all these people, they were advanced. So what the United States did was put in the Ayatollahs now so they can control Iran. And it worked. So they've been having a little bit of a funny relationship with them because the Ayatollahs kind of turned on America. And then, it's been funny business ever since. But they have been friends with them. They've been friends with Iran. So what you see here is what? Hollywood. Why I say that? Pull up that thing with Donald Trump said. Captain Zeph brought this. I don't know who gave it to him, but we posted this yesterday. I saw this. I was like, man, this is perfect. We have to put this in the class. This is incredible. Watch this. Hold on. And let me say this. This is years ago. This is not Donald Trump as the president, what you're about to hear. 2011. Listen to what he says.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
This is 2011. Who's he talking about? President Obama, right? Here it is in 2020, and he's doing what? When is the election? Isn't the election coming up? This is Hollywood. Because Donald Trump, the rest of these presidents, none of them control anything. This is above their pay grade. This is Donald Trump. Listen, this is what's going to happen. We about to bang them out. Okay. When they asked Donald Trump for his statement, what did he say? He put up an American flag. What could he say? He don't have nothing to say. He ain't got nothing to do with it. This is pure Hollywood, what you're looking at. All right? Esau is controlling every aspect of what you're looking at. They start the war. They finish the war. They create the beef. That's what's going on. The same thing you're seeing with us. They're creating the problem. When we go into them neighborhoods and we teaching against them drug dealers and all of that, does Esau say, oh, look at these guys. Look at the great job they're doing. They risking their lives against these guys here. They murdering every week on this corner. And these guys are right there in their face telling them stop selling drugs, this, that, and the third. Have you ever seen that on TV? Never. But I'm telling you, the cops will come to us and say, thank you for being here, because when you're here, things are calm. Matter of fact, in Philly, when we did our thing in Philly out there last year, the cops actually went after us after we, I mean, you can't calm them here. Them guys over there is another level. But after we were done with what we did, the cops came in and had a barbecue there. Because they said, wait a minute. Them guys went in there and shut that wall up. They just ran down on them. I didn't know we could do that. We made the police get hot. They said, damn, I finally feel like a cop. Let's go in there. They went in, they brought barbecue grills and put it right in the trap. Boom. And started having a barbecue right where them cats were selling drugs. They never did that before we showed up over there. Do they put that on the news? When we went through Chicago and through all them neighborhoods where they killing everybody every 5 minutes, we trying to let the brothers know, listen, cut that foolishness out. Rock with us. We didn't stand there and talk to them. We just gave the presence so they know we here. Did they put that on the news? Right. Some cat got killed, like right after we left, somebody got shot. They put that on the news. Then you got this madness going on in New Jersey with these two idiots who ran around killing everybody, and they're going to put us in that? Because they said that the guy he one time looked at, he looked at the website. Yeah, 4 years ago, he looked at the, he was interested in some Israelite videos. So that means everybody in the FBI is Israelites then. Because they watching them things day night. Okay, who's that? That's Officer Reuben right there. Go look him up. They Israelites too then. They studying us like crazy. We telling y'all, I'm telling you, that COINTELPRO and all that's what we telling you, man. When we listen, it's Tekashi's here. We don't care about Tekashi's here. Tekashi could be a woman. We don't care. Y'all do whatever y'all got to do. We're going to continue to do our job. You do your job. Just one day I was teaching on the street. The dude was out there, voodoo man. And he said, hey, man, that was a great job today you guys did. I said, bro, listen, you got to leave that foolishness what you're dealing with alone and come, get with the scriptures. He said, no. I have to do my job. If there's no me, there's no you. This is what he told me. I'm going to continue to do my voodoo. You do what you're doing. So that's my words for them. You do what you got to do. We're going to handle our business over here. Trust. All right? Where we at, man? Give me Matthew 24. We're going to start at verse 9. This thing is getting crazy, y'all. I'm telling you.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you.
But read verse 8.
Matthew 24 and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Okay? All these are the beginnings of sorrows when you read up. There's a lot of signs coming into earth. Things like what we're seeing today are the beginnings of sorrows. Why? Because things are going to happen to us. Some of us, there's going to be some serious situations going on. We don't deny that. But it's something that can't be averted. It's just like when Christ told the Most High, can this cup pass from me? Is there any way for this cup to pass from me? If it can, then please let it pass from me. The answer to that was no. That's why Christ said, you're going to drink of this cup. The answer is no. We're going down this road, and whatever the road brings, that's what it's bringing. Y'all understand that? Some of y'all is going to be here for that, and some of y'all not going to be here for that. Some of y'all is going to get too afraid. I'm just being honest with you. It's going to get too heavy. Lord's will is not too heavy for me. I'm talking it. I've been in it for a minute. But even during that time, Lord's will, it don't get too heavy for myself as well. But we running this. We doing this. Read on.
Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
You shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Because people say that we're a hate group, but they hate us. Did anybody say, oh, I love them? Israelites, we love you. Why do you say these things? Come, let's sit down and break bread. No one said that. Because they hate us. Then they ask us if we're a hate group. Give me John 15:18, man. Come on, man. I'm going to answer that question today. Are we a hate group? That question is getting answered today.
John chapter 15 and verse 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
You see that? If the world hates you, that means it hated me before it hated you. So who's the world really hating? Christ, the Most High, this Bible. That's the hate. So when they ask us if we're a hate group, that's an easy question. Do you hate God? That's the question you ask him. Christ used to do that. They would ask him a question. He would ask them a question. Are you guys a hate group? Do you hate God? Excuse me? I'm the one interviewing here. No. You see that? It's hilarious. Read that again.
If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Give me Psalms 139. Some of y'all never heard the scripture. Some of y'all ain't heard it in a long time. The scripture is beautiful right here. I'm going to ask a question after this. Start in verse 20.
Yes, sir. Psalms 139 and verse 20. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee.
Stop. Did King David hate? Who did he hate? Read on.
Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?
You see that? Do I not hate them that hate you? Yes. Yep. Am I not grieved with those who do what?
Rise up against thee?
You see that? Yep. Read the next one.
I hate them with perfect hatred.
Perfect hatred. Y'all see that? Hatred is perfect. Why? Why is he calling it the perfect hatred? Because he's not hating because your skin is light. I hate you. No, that's what they were doing. We know it was deeper than that. You understand? No niggas, no Mexicans, no dogs. When we did that. Perfect hatred. Why? We hating them because they hate the Lord. Period. They really don't want to ask that question about who's a hate group and hate. The Israelites hate who's not keeping the commandments. That's who we hate. First of all, understand what hate means. This is not the regular hate in the world. Oh, you hate me. God hates because it's about love or hate for the Lord. That's why he talks about that what? That warm, lukewarm. You get spit out. He don't deal with that. That's why I said stop the window shopping. He don't deal with the window shoppers. A lot of the window shoppers are just here, I like this commandment. This one works for me. What's up with this one? Oh, wait a minute. One wife? Nah, son. That's window shopping. The Lord said you got to do what? You got to walk in this thing perfect. So we got the perfect hatred. It's written right here. So who in the church going to come out and say, oh, this is wrong what you're saying? It's the Bible that you read. Y'all hate the Old Testament, but you keep the Psalms and the Proverbs, what, in a little green book. So we're going to read out the little green book. Read that again.
Psalms 139 and 22. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
I count them my enemies. That's it. Don't ask me about, do I hate you? You my enemy. I don't love you. Okay? Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Do you hate me? I don't love you. Hold that. See, because the thing is, when they think about hate, they think about us having a physical altercation, fighting with people. That the Bible speaks against that. That's why you don't see us behaving like that. Okay? We shouldn't be hearing about anybody here being in contact with Esau or whomever, or even our own people who don't keep the commandments, and y'all getting into some kind of altercation with that. That makes no sense. You can't have a conversation with Esau? If the scriptures say, where it is possible, be at peace with all men. If they're coming and they're being hospitable and everybody's cool, so why would you be beefing? Why would you be stirring things up? That don't make sense. Sir, whatever, and you speaking with respect. Is there anything wrong with that? No. What you're not going to do is marry them. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to break the commandments of God. That's what they don't understand. When they're talking about hate, we talking about something different kind of hate. Their hate is different. Their hate is the hate that they make, where they lie to you, tell you that you from the jungles, you swinging on vines, they saved you and civilized you. That's hatred. When they teaching you all this garbage in school and got your food messed up in the neighborhood, that's hatred. We don't have any power to do stuff like that. We don't do that. So if we telling you, hey, listen, you're not the Jew. Oh, anti-Semitism. Do you know how many? First of all, somebody tell me what a Semite is. What is a Semite? David in the back. Make sure y'all are right when y'all walk in the street. For real.
Shalom, leadership. Happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath.
A Semite is the descendants of Shem.
The descendants of Shem. So, no, hold the microphone. Hold the microphone. Are Jewish people Shemitic?
Yes.
Very good. So they are Shemitic.
Yes.
So if anybody says anything to them, a hate crime or whatever, it is anti-Semitism. That's true.
Correct.
Are all white people Shemitic?
Yes.
Yes. So if you say something against an Irishman, guess what? That's anti-Shemitic.
Yes,
The
sir.
term Semitic is coming from the term Shem, which means that you're against anyone from the line of Shem. The Jewish people, the so-called Jews, those white people and all white people are from the people of Shem. Just to let y'all know that. The East Indian people, are they Shemitic?
No.
They are.
They are.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes, they are.
I
Who are
thought-
the other Shemitic peoples?
I thought Elam came from Japheth. I'm sorry. I'm confused.
No. Am I right on that? Am I wrong? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, Elam is from Shem.
All right.
Who else is from Shem?
Ishmael.
Ishmael is from Shem. Absolutely. So guess what? The Arabs, who they're calling terroristic, and I'm not saying the Arabs aren't terroristic, okay? Because the Arabs is crazy as hell. The Bible will tell you that their hand will be at the throat of every nation. I'm not going against that. It's reality. But I'm telling you that the Arabs are also Semitic. The Israelites are Shemitic. So we ourselves who come from the line of Shem are Shemitic. So the term of anti-Semitism is complete garbage. Y'all understand that? The Chinese are Shemitic. The Japanese are Shemitic. The Koreans, all the Asians, they're Shemitic people.
Can I say something, Captain?
Yes.
I looked up recently, a few days ago, I
Okay.
looked up Shemitic
Right.
on Google, and it said exactly what you're saying.
Right.
But then when I looked up anti-Semitism, which
Right.
is the opposite of, it just says anybody who hates Jews.
Exactly. Because they created what? A secret plot, a popular persuasion. They put that into your mind. So now when you think of anti-Semitism, oh, it's against Jewish people. But they're not the only Semites. So why are they coining that phrase? Nonsense. Complete garbage. Same thing with the Hanukkah. Why they got 9 candles? Yo, this is ridiculous. Listen. Yo, this is unbelievable. Everything they do is wrong. We don't care what they do. We just talking to our people saying, listen, we're the real Jews. Or what about them? Listen, they don't have nothing to do with us, and they're doing everything against the Bible. So that's what it is. Nothing they do is in the scriptures. Do y'all know that? Nothing. Nothing. They know that. They know we know that. You have something you want to say? Okay. Finish that up. Go ahead. You said Matthew, right?
Yes, sir. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to...
No, I apologize. No, we had jumped from that. We went Psalms 139, the perfect hatred. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 1. I just want to show y'all this. I don't want y'all getting emotional on me, you know what I mean? And he hate, and then... Nah, because, I know how it is. We teach one time, and then, brothers will leave or whatever, and then come back like, yo, I ain't really like the way he was talking and this and that. Oh, family, listen. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 1 and verse 9.
No, I don't want that. I want, hold on. There's the one that says, is that 3? No, that's not 3. There's a time, the hate time, all that?
Yeah,
3, come on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and to a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up.
You see this? The Lord is putting it out there. There's a time for everything. There's seasons. And he's breaking it down. A time to kill. You saying a time to kill? I thought that was just the name of a movie. No. The Lord said, yeah, it's a time to kill. That's not going against thou shalt not kill. You see? That right there is thou shalt not what? Premeditated murder and all of that. That's what that's talking about. That's not talking about killing, because the Lord is sanctioning killing all through the Bible. So y'all should have put that together already. Y'all all right? I got to do the Deacon Yawasop. Come on.
A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance.
Right.
A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing.
All that long hugging y'all doing. Oh, I missed you so much. The Lord said, stop embracing. Damn. Oh, y'all don't even get it. They're like, come on.
A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow.
Right.
A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate.
You see that? A time to hate. Y'all have to work this out in your own minds. You understand how y'all want to deal with the hate? Because the hate is real. God hates. Period. So don't sit here and say you don't hate. That's impossible. That's impossible. You hate. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make is don't let the popular persuasions seep into your mind. Oh, it's a hate group. Do you hate us? No, we don't hate you. Because now you get nervous. Like, I don't want to be deemed as a hater. Because you know what they mean by hate. You understand? But when you're dealing on a biblical level, you have to be able to understand what the Lord is talking about when he's talking about hate. Because look, right after that, it says a time of war. It comes right after that, straight. Y'all know y'all in a war? I hope so, for real. Because that's what's going on here. That's why the scriptures say this is not what? This is a spiritual war. You understand that? Come on.
A time of war and a time of peace.
Be good there. Give me that thing in Ephesians about that. Yeah. This is serious, y'all. Y'all got to really get your mind right. For real, get your mind right. No more window shopping. Let's get it together. Come on.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse, let me see.
12?
Okay. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
You see that? Y'all going against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what you're looking at. Coming from the top down through the media to do what? Demonize us. That's what it's about. So all our good work that we do, and they trying to say, no, this is wickedness. These are hateful men. They hate and they this and that. No, that's not what's going on. Even the people who see us in the street speaking, they know that's not what's going on. Because when they finally approach us, they're like, damn, I didn't know it was like that. Y'all really bringing some stuff. I learned a lot today. They know that. But that's how we have to bring it out. We can't talk soft. Please, my brother, sister, please come over. We want to show you something. We ain't doing that, man. Because if the Lord wanted that, he would have chose them pastors and whoever else is doing it. He chose us for a reason. We got to handle this thing much differently. Hold on. Where I want to go? Give me 1 Ezra chapter 6. And I want to bring something out too. I'll wait for that one. I got to hurry it up. I'm sorry. I think it's 2 Ezra, so I apologize. 2 Ezra, y'all, chapter 6. Sorry. This is why all the commotions and all that's going on, because the building is happening, and once that thing is built, this is the next step. They know what happens after we build. Read.
Verse 7?
Yep.
6 and 7.
I want 7 and 9, 7 through 9.
2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
You see that? We up next. They understand that. They understand that. Don't think they don't know that. That's the fear. But they're feeling like they could fight God. But the only reason they have that feeling because the Lord put that spirit in them. Okay? Because common sense, you can't do nothing against the Lord. But they have that spirit in them. Okay? That's why they worried about the Iranians. I heard one of them saying, they think that they're going to come and start the world war. They think they're going to be the one to usher in the apocalypse. They are. They are, Esau. Your fear, it will be realized. We're going to pull that thing out. We're going to pull that thing. Get that thing right now, matter of fact, man. Get that thing right now. What was that? 15. 2 Ezra 15, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Officer Reuben was in the spirit. He had that scripture before I got here. I was like, oh, yeah, you good. We definitely going there.
2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
You see that? That's the nations of the dragons of Arabia. That's talking about who? The Ishmaelites. Okay? Read on.
Also the Carmanians raging in wrath.
Okay. Who are the Carmanians? Who are the Carmanians? Anybody know who the Carmanians are? Right. The Carmanians are the Iranians. Right. These people who were just bombed, who they killed the lead, the second in command, the general. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath. You see that? Right. They said they swear vengeance. This is just the beginning. Read on.
Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
Y'all ever seen them wild boars running through the wood? It look like they could run through a damn tree. Like, you, what the? With them big tusks coming out, that ain't nothing to play with. That they said they running like that. Read on.
And shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
And what? And they shall come and join battle with them. Because remember, like I was telling y'all earlier, the Persians don't really see themselves as Arabs. We look at them like that because what? A popular persuasion. That's what we were taught. We were showed that. We thinking of them in the desert. If y'all ever see a picture of Iran, I don't know, some of y'all been in the service, y'all might have been there, I don't know. But if you ever seen a picture of that place, it's a real nice cosmopolitan city. I was kind of shocked. I was like, wait a minute, this is Iran? You got a picture of that place? Bring up Tehran, Iran. And a lot of our people are there too. In the southern part of Iran. Why are we always in the south? We in the south at every damn place. On Jupiter, in South Jupiter, all the Jakes live there. Damn. Just so we can make fried chicken. I know what the hell going on. I know what's going on. See if you can find a picture of Tehran, Iran. Look. See? You see that? You would never think about hearing about this place. You would never consider somebody, at least blow it up. Get it big, bro. Get that thing right so the people can see. Because you think you're dealing with some desert dwellers. These people are some bright, these are some bright people. This is not no some damn bunnies coming out the jungle or something like that. Right, ain't no damn, you know what I'm saying? Like before, the Arabs, before they got into their oil money, they were literally on the donkeys and stuff moving around out there. They didn't have really nothing going on out there. When they got that oil money, that's when they went through the roof. But these cats right here, they've been rocking for a minute. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. All right. I mean, that's cool. Look, check this out. Look, this is September the 2nd, 2019. Tehran City's real estate deals down 73% in a month on year, right? Because what? A lot of drama started coming out. So their real estate started falling. You don't know Esau's plans? Did they not do that in all your neighborhoods? Put crack in there? Destroyed the neighborhood, brought it down, and they went in and bought everything. That's how it works. Same thing in what? In the opium wars of China. That's what they did. The British went in, dropped in drugs, boom, went in and started taking over. This is their plan all the time. So here you see it here again. Now the real estate prices is going down. Why? You think Esau standing on the sideline ain't going to go in there and buy it up? Come on. They're about to what? Change the regime. But anyway, go back to where we was at. I just want to show y'all that. Y'all not dealing with some damn camel riders. Yeah, right. Oh, shoot. Damn. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Remembering their nature. What's their nature? Get that in Genesis. What's their nature? Because the United States been steady trying to westernize these people and whip them. Oh, come on. Get some strippers over there. Get some strippers. Celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? Roll with us. That's what they've been doing to these people for the past 50 years. But the scriptures say they're going to remember their nature. You got it? What is it?
Genesis 17
there you go.
and 20.
Come on. 16?
16.
Come on.
Genesis chapter 16 and verse 12. Let me start. Okay. And he will be a wild man.
Start up.
Let me start from 7.
Come on. Wherever it makes sense. Come on, bro. I ain't looking at it. Make it happen.
Genesis chapter 16 and verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael.
And shall call his name Ishmael. All right? So that's the Arabians, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs. Read.
Because the Lord have heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man.
He will be a wild man. Not he might be. Oh, if he's not raised right with his dad not around, he might get crazy. No, he will be a wild man, period. Go ahead.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
You see that?
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
You see that? He shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. That's what tells you all the dragons of Arabia, they're all rocking together because they're going to come together at some point. And it said he's going to be against every nation and every nation against him. He's a wild man. He don't care. He wants smoke. All of the smoke. What? What did you say to me? He's going. This is a different people. How you think they is able to come into how many stores? I mean, we know that all these stores open up in Black and Hispanic communities. We know that, right? But they will open up all damn night. They don't care. Oh, I don't. This is a lot of crime, but nothing compared to my homeland. It's like, this is nothing compared to. No. Look at my little son. They showing you the sons. Remember back in the days, they used to have their sons with the guns and all that? Mm-hmm. See, outside of New York, y'all might not know about that. But they used to have all the pictures of them with the AK-47s, the M16s, the little kids, 10 years old, boom, with the gun. Y'all don't know about that. They have that right in the window. We don't care about no niggas. They was not scared at all. Please try us. They want that smoke. And them some wicked dudes, too. They be taking them sisters down in the basement. Listen, one night when our school was in the Bronx, we leaving. It was me, I think it was, I want to say it's Captain Hannah now. I don't know. We rolling. We go across the street to the store. And you know how they got the thing, the bulletproof glass, you outside, you got to order, they spin it around in the thing. So I look, I'm like, yo, who in there real quick? There's a sister in there? He told you about that? All right, so it was Captain Hannah and I. So he told him the story. I looked in there, I said, yo, what she kind of saw us and she was coming out. I said, yo, what you trying to do? You trying to have sex with her right now? No. I said, no. You trying to have sex with her right now? I said, yo, bro, I'm telling you, man, don't play with me. No, I will never. No, never. Lying. I will never. No sex? With who? No. Why is the door locked, son? What is she doing in there? That's how they get down. When another night, me and Captain Isaac was together. He drops me off. He calls me, he said, bruh, I just walked in the store over here. Homeboy got her in the aisle with her shirt up and everything right there in the store. Because you sisters, you have no self-respect. You have none. You don't respect yourselves. You don't love yourself at all. Yeah, exactly. No, that's what they're doing it for. They're doing it for diapers, milk. Oh, I don't have no money, Muhammad. What I got to do to get... Oh, you know what you have to do to get this. This is no problem, Shamika. My sister. Now all of a sudden, that's his sister because she got a Muslim name. Come right down into the basement. Me and my brothers want to talk to you. Yeah, and they running trains on them. Y'all think it's a game with these people. This is a wild man. And everybody wants to destroy Israel. That's why they amongst us, getting our money. Yes, brother. Yes, brother. No, we're not brothers. Captain Hannah and I is crazy. He be in the store telling me, you're not my brother, man. I'll be like, yo, Cap, man. Yo, chill, bro. Cap, you wild. No. Don't call me brother, man. Just make that sandwich, man. I'm telling you. That's how you move. Read.
2 Ezra 15 and 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them.
See that? You see that? With great power, they're going to come together to persecute who? The damn angry bird. Because it's going down. It's going down. Let me get Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Real quick, pull me up that article. No. Save that. I'm going to get to it. I just don't want to just remind me. I got to get to that article with Al Sharpton. That's y'all cousin. Yeah, Al Sharpton. That's just my play cousin. That's y'all real cousin. Something wrong with that cat, man. Good.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
That's those secret plots. They wake up thinking about it, always on it, because it's in their power to do that. You see, we can't really secretly plot anything, nor do we have to, because we live in this. We right out in the open. We teach on the street corner. That's what the Lord said. What I heard on the roof, what I heard in the air, I teach it openly. We got taught in private, and now we out in the streets in public. We don't care about none of that. Read on.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
They covet fields and take them by violence. Who's that? If you don't know, I'm going to show it to you. Read on.
In houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his heritage.
No.
Oh, they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
So they not only do what? Oppress your house. They oppress your whole heritage. I'm going to tell you something else about these Iranians. Pull up the word Aryan. You know the Aryan Brotherhood like these white people be having in the jails? White power. Aryan. Pull that up. Aryan. Watch this on Wikipedia. Watch this. Because this is another thing that when I was speaking to the Persian cat, this is what he told me. And this I didn't, well, actually, no, he didn't tell me this. I'm sorry. No, he mentioned this to me, and I was looking at him like he was crazy. But look at this. I'm going to read it. Aryan has its root a term that was used as a self-designation by Indo-Iranian people. Damn. They're the Aryans. Now all of a sudden Esau's an Aryan. Esau's the Aryan, the Jew, the damn Greek. He everybody. He's every damn body. That's why it says what? Now he's the rapper. He's the best rapper. Eminem's the best rapper. How the hell Yo, listen. Y'all ain't gonna make me go off. Listen. Even a man and his heritage. Did they not take this man's heritage? They called themselves the Aryans. And when I was speaking to the Persian cat, he told me, he said, yo, we're Aryan. So I was like, I said, this dude trying to say he white? I was stupid. I didn't ask him any questions after that. He just said it to me, yo, we Aryans. We not Muslims. We're not Arabs. This is what he told me. But I just said, yo, this guy's retarded, man. He trying to call himself white now. Come on, man, beat it. It wasn't until Deacon Ithon did a class one time, and he mentioned this. And I was like, wait a minute, that's what the dude told me. They're the Aryans, the Iranians. But Esau now has done what? Oppress a man in his heritage. What do you think he's doing with us? Oppressed our house, the house of Israel, and our whole heritage. That's why he's trying to keep us in that zone, because now he's living a lie. He can't give it up. We know the truth, how you became a Jew. You became a Jew because you had to, or else you was going to get put to death. That was way back. And then some of them just converted into Judaism on their own. But they're not the real Hebrews. Why? They don't want to admit it. Come on. Bring that down, bro. I just want to show the people that. Come on. Give me what's his name? Zechariah chapter 9. Because we gotta discuss these things, y'all. Y'all gotta know who your enemy is. And yes, we call him the enemy. If you're gonna sit up there and say that we had something to do with some garbage that happened, knowing, and all the officials will tell you, they say, oh, the Israelites are not known for any violence. Right. Since we've been out in the 70s, the Israelites not known for violence. Even when I told you about in that academy where they were telling that individual, the instructor even told them, although they're not known for violence, maybe they're going to start. You see? So now they're putting it in the minds of, I don't want to say who these individuals are, who's going to be on the street. So their mentality is going to be, these are the bad guys right here. I just want y'all to know. Come on. Yes. No. I want 6. Hold on, let me take a look at it.
And a bastard shall dwell.
Yeah.
Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
What is a bastard? Yeah, he ain't got no father. Who in the Bible, what group of people in the Bible has a father? Israel. So right now it says, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Can you pull up Ashdod? No, we ain't gonna play with this right now. We teach this on the street. We're gonna definitely teach this right here in the classroom. We're not worrying about these people, man. Because we bringing out the truth of the Bible. All their little Christian friends, Al Sharpton and all these. Yeah. Look, Ashdod is the 6th largest city and the largest port in Israel. Who's living in Israel right now? Amalek, Esau. The Lord said they bastards. That's what God said. Period. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Did it not say that? Read the rest.
And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
I'm going to cut off the pride of the Arabs too. Damn. Plain and simple. What you see in here is the Lord raising up nations just to destroy them. Because they went against us. See, that's what y'all don't understand. When you read in the book of Joel, it was what? The Grecians, the so-called white man, and what? The, what were they known as? Hold on, let me go to Joel. I just want to see exactly what they were called. I don't want to mess it up. Arabians? Is that what it's called? Joel 3, yeah. I don't want to mess up, man. See, this dude going crazy. Yeah, Joel chapter 3. Hold on. Hold on. Joel, okay, here you go. Joel chapter 3 and verse, yeah, you can start in verse 3.
Yes, sir. Joel chapter 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot.
Right, that's that breeder. Okay, read on.
And sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon,
Those are them Hamites, because they was involved in it too. They're going to get it too. Read.
and all the coast of Palestine?
Those are the Arabs.
Will ye remember me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Come on.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temple my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
You see that? Because they sold us, the Arabs sold us to the so-called white man. The Lord ain't forgetting none of that. So all this what you see bubbling, the Lord is doing what? What's that scripture again in Isaiah? Where it says the Lord is he's stirring up the war, he's stirring up the battle. Somebody help me. Damn. Somebody get that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And it says the Lord is the one that's stirring the battle. Oh man, somebody find that for me. Somebody find that for me. Somebody find that. In the meantime, give me Isaiah 17. Oh, let me get to it. Because this is the Lord doing this right now. We're going to sit back and watch. Same thing he did in Egypt. That's what it says in Romans. When it says that what? I have raised up Pharaoh so that I'm going to destroy him. So that we know it's not us. He said, I'm going to raise up the Israelites in front of their eyes, a strong army. In front of their eyes. That's what they're witnessing right now. Isaiah 17.
In 12.
Yeah, please.
Isaiah 17, verse 12. Woe to the multitude of many people which make a noise like the noise of the seas, and to the rushing of nations that make a rushing like the rushing of mighty waters. The nations shall rush like the rushing of many waters, but God shall rebuke them, and they shall flee far off, and shall be chased as the chaff of the mountains before the wind, and like a rolling thing before the whirlwind.
And like a rolling thing before the whirlwind, because you're going to see that what? When all the nations get together to fight against the Lord, because right now what? World War III is kind of stirring around. It's been stirring around for a minute, but this seems like a little bit more of a provocation. We don't know where it's going. I can't tell you what's going to happen. But at that time, all these nations are going to band together. They're going to start fighting each other. But then when Christ comes, they're going to look, stop fighting each other, and fight Christ. That's what's going to happen. So that's what this is making a reference to, that what? They're going to be what? They're going to get chased as the chaff of the mountains before the wind, and like a rolling thing before the whirlwind. Because when Christ comes, he's coming what? With the whirlwind of the chariots. All right? Give me what I want. I was Isaiah 42:12. Pull that. Pull that thing. Yeah, exactly. That's a good one too. But go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 12. Let them give glory unto the Lord and declare praise in the islands. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. But there's another one that says that he's actually stirring about. Tobiah, you remember that one? He shall stir up the war. Like he's the one that's making the war happen. Damn, I forget that. That's used to be one of my favorites. All right, give me Psalms 2. Give me Psalms chapter 2, and then I got to bring out these scriptures right here. It's definitely in Isaiah, somewhere there. Give me Psalms chapter 2. I want to show y'all something. Because, if you can find it, all praises. All right? Which y'all got to recognize as part, 64 and 7? That don't sound, I don't think so. What it says? I don't think that's it. 13 and 4? That sounds kind of familiar. That sounds familiar. Hold on. Yes, that's it right there. All praises. Let's go.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Right. The Lord is the one mustering the battle. He's the one that's setting it off and putting everything in place. All right? So now give me Psalms chapter 2. Let me show y'all this real quick. And then I'm going to show y'all a couple articles.
The book of Psalms chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointing, saying.
Hold on. And it says, and the people, meaning what? Some of our people is in this foolishness, trying to go up against us. For what? You're going to see. Give me that article, brothers. Give me that article. Let me see if this is the one I want. Should be like one of the last ones I'll put up there. Let me see. Oh, that's a good one. Let that be. Yeah, click on that. Actually, let's check that one out first. And then there's another one there. All right, look at this. It says grotesque. Y'all know what the word grotesque means, right? Ain't nothing good about the word grotesque. It says Al Sharpton gives Rosh Hashanah sermon at East Side Synagogue. This is back in October, right? So Al Sharpton, I guess we got to call him a preacher, a minister, is inside the Jewish church doing what? Giving some kind of Rosh Hashanah sermon. Scroll down. But look what the writer of the article is putting. He said on Monday, former pogrom leader and current Democrat kingmaker Al Sharpton boasted on his Facebook page the fact that he was being presented to speak at the Rosh Hashanah services of the East Side Synagogue by Rabbi Perry Berkowitz and Rabbi Leah Berkowitz, right? So the woman, she's also a rabbi, right? For the record, the ESS informed its members that this year our worship space of many years, the All Souls Sanctuary, is undergoing extensive renovation and is not available for our use, meaning so they couldn't be in their regular temple. We are blessed that services will be held instead at Madison Avenue Presbyterian Church at the corner of 73rd Street and Madison Avenue in Manhattan. This is a beautiful and awe-inspiring space that will deepen our high holy day experience. Like the old joke says, the synagogue is closed for the holidays, right? So now, by now, practically every Jewish newspaper in New York has condemned the notion that Sharpton, who is identified more than anyone else with the August 1991 Crown Heights pogrom. Now, in 1991, I believe this is the time when a brother got hit by the car, right? One of the young brothers out there got hit by a car, was a Jewish guy driving. When he got out, they stepped to him like, oh, you hit the guy, whatever. They got into it. A fight commenced. Another brother stabbed him, killed him, and it was a whole blow up. So it was Jake against Amalek over there for a minute. It was crazy, real hot. This is back in 91, right? So it said Sharpton marched through Crown Heights and in front of the 770 Eastern Parkway headquarters of Shabbat Lubavitch. That's the place 2 blocks from where we teach. Shortly after the riot, leading some 400 rioters who were chanting, "Whose streets? Our streets," and "No justice, no peace." Sharpton himself notoriously called Jews diamond merchants, all right? So this is at some point, he was calling them diamond merchants, being disrespectful to the Jewish people. But guess what? He's in there, right? He's inside that synagogue. So this is what the guy is talking about, which was his personal contribution to the anti-Semitic vernacular. So here we go with the anti-Semitism talk again. He's saying the vernacular, which means what? The conversation or the terminology. Vernacular is another word for like terminology. How dare you invite this evil man to your synagogue? Give him a podium and even grant him a ritual object as a gift. demanded change.org and started an online petition to compel the East Side Synagogue to apologize to the family of Yankel Rosenbaum, who was murdered in those riots. That's the guy's name that got killed, Yankel Rosenbaum. And I forgot the brother who killed him, okay? And it says, in their defense, the East Side Synagogue website does declare that we are the most celebrated high holy day services in New York, and people talk about the experience with us for months afterwards, right? So the bottom line is, these people didn't forget. Forget about Al Sharpton saying, okay, we apologize, everybody just let it go. And because the families of the brother who killed him and the family of the guy who got killed, I believe they had got together at some point and tried to put some stuff under the, I can't remember everything 100%. But this guy's saying they need to, what? Get Al Sharpton the hell up out of there. Because he's what? He's anti-Semitic. Now go to the other page. It's true. Al Sharpton was marching against those Jewish people that day. He was saying all the things that this guy said. But I want you to look at this now. That's why we talk about guys like Al Sharpton. Pure clownage. Look, black leaders address anti-Semitic terrorism. Are you kidding me? Black leaders. As stabbing suspect's motive is uncertain. Try to push that up a little bit. Try to enlarge it. There goes the no. Okay, you got it. Because there you go. Thank you. Scroll. There have been a string of anti-Semitic attacks taking place just outside of New York City over the last few days. A man named Grafton Thomas, y'all heard about him. He's the one that went into the rabbi's home. That's another one. They said that he was looking for synagogues. How the hell he reached this guy's house? I'm looking for synagogues. Let me go to his house. How you get his house? Why your door was open? Y'all seen the movie Full Metal Jacket? When the dude had his locker unlocked, he said it's people like you that make thieves steal. That make people into thieves. So he basically said if your locker was locked, nobody would be stealing nothing. You know what I mean? But I don't want to make it a joke because this guy's something wrong with this guy. He was schizophrenic and bipolar and all this stuff. This guy has a problem. He's not a normal man. Let's be honest. Anyway, he goes into their house, he stabbed him, whatever. Ramapo police chief, the suspect was armed. Scroll up. I want to get to the point of our people. Scroll. Okay, here we go. Black religious and civil rights leaders have since taken action against the divisive and hate-filled act. Reverend Al Sharpton, Donna Lieberman, Executive Director, New York Civil Liberties Union, Hazel Dukes, President of NAACP, all right, and a number of other civil rights and religious leaders and elected officials will be holding a press conference with Jewish allies in Harlem on Monday to announce anti-Semitism in the wake of the recent attack. Let's see what Reverend Al Sharpton had to say. Oh, black religious and civil rights leaders to hold a press conference with Jewish allies at National Action Network, that's on 145th Street in Harlem, to denounce anti-Semitism in the wake of 5 Hasidic Jews being stabbed at a New York boom. Let me say something to y'all. Scroll back up for a second. A little bit, right there. Al Sharpton is just a money dude. He's in it for the bread. He's in it for the money. This is all this guy's doing. He's calling his Jewish allies. He's speaking up. How come Al Sharpton never came to us and said, hey, brothers, let me talk to y'all for a second? But you going out there, you speaking for them. I'm not saying don't speak against what took place because what took place is wrong. There's no question about it. But why he never sought to check with us? Why he never sought to I'm going to tell y'all a story which I don't know about. One time, Al Sharpton was out there at that college. Was it Nassau Community College out on Long Island? Captain Yon at that time was in that school. Captain Yon got up and said, anybody have questions? Reverend Al Sharpton, how are you? My name is Yon. Can I ask you about Deuteronomy chapter 28? And he's going into it. Sharpton said, whoa. You think I'm dumb or something? He would not answer him. He answered him with some BS. I can't remember the whole thing. If Jan was here, he would be able to tell you. Huh? Something about a dog. Something about a dog's experience. Listen, this guy went crazy. Had nothing to do with Deuteronomy 28 at all. He went crazy because he didn't want to answer that. Because in answering that, will he be able to still get money? Will he be able to have a TV show? No. Give me that scripture where it says they divide. Give me Micah chapter 3 and verse 11. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, Al Sharpton used to sell drugs, even as a reverend. He got caught and turned evidence. That was the first Tekashi. He turned ASAP. Y'all can look that up. And then they gave me the coke, and then please let me still be able to teach. Yeah, skipping and dancing. That's why y'all can't believe none of these actors, man. All these guys are a bunch of clowns on TV, I'm telling you. You have made men who was in the mafia will tell you about Al Sharpton, how they used to deal with him. This guy's a piece. This guy's. No, we're gonna go back to that article, but you can keep it here for now. Go ahead.
Micah chapter 3 and verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire,
Oh, you see that?
and the prophets thereof divine for money.
That's it. They divine for money, teach for bread. That's what they into it about. This is what Al Sharpton does. This man deserves, we only going to respect him because he's one of us. I mean, we're not going to disrespect the man on the street. But this guy's a clown. He may get that word. I might call him a clown if he talks stupid. Go back to that article. Scroll down. Other black leaders have taken to social media. Look at Cory Booker. The increasing frequency of anti-Semitic attacks is horrifying. We must all join to stop them in their tracks and root out the hatred and ignorance at its core. My heart is with the victims in Muncie, their families, and the entire Jewish community. Cory, shut the hell up, Cory. Cory, have you ever come to see us, Cory? Shut up. Scroll down. Again, we're not into the violence, but I'm just telling you how our people are. Look what they're saying. They're acting as if they know that there's some plot going on. There's no plot going on. There's no plot by black people going on. They know that. If there is a plot going on, it's from somebody else. It's Esau himself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Ilhan Omar, this is a shocking and horrific. This is shocking and horrific. The latest in a shocking uptick in crimes targeting the Jewish community. We must all demand an America where no one is targeted because of their faith, race, or ethnicity. Hey, Miss Omar, how about telling them that our faith is the Bible? We're the Israelites, but we're targeted. She ain't got nothing to say about that. We're targeted because of our, oh, no, what I'm saying is everybody. No, no. There's no such thing as everybody. When you hear these people talking about when they bomb in Iran, they want to westernize Iran. Is that not what we read in Maccabees? We didn't read today. I'm talking about in Maccabees where it says that all shall become one people and they should all forego their laws and do what? Consent to the religion of Esau. Demons. Go up. New York Attorney General, right? That's Letitia James, I believe, right? I am deeply disturbed by the situation unfolding in Muncie, New York tonight. There is zero tolerance for acts of hate of any kind, and we will continue to monitor this horrific situation. I stand with the Jewish community tonight and every night. Letitia, why don't you stand with us for at least 5 minutes? Since you're with them every night and every day and all of that, and you know we're against that violence as well. I got to keep saying that because I don't want anything to be misconstrued. We're against that. That's why we ourselves, you never see us in any violent interactions unless we're attacked, and then we do what we got to do. But we don't ever attack anyone, and we don't tell anybody to attack anyone. So that's. But I'm saying for her, we're the people that she never comes out and sees. She's right in Brooklyn. She could come to Brooklyn. She in Brooklyn. Come through and see us and say, hey, what's going on? You know, what's happening? Do y'all know anything about what? Even if they wanted to talk to us, say, do y'all know anything about what's going on? Let them be the ones and come and talk to us. They won't. Hakeem Jeffries, horrified by this attack against our Jewish brothers and sisters in Muncie. I've never heard any Jewish person say our black brothers and sisters. I just never heard it. But that's how we are. We're slaves like that. The rising tide of anti-Semitic hatred must be crushed in New York State. Okay, Hakeem. The daily attacks on people of the Jewish community is horrific. We must all respond as we would want to see if we were the targets. Stan. No problem. Look at your friend, Jesse Jackson, Messy Jesse. These attacks are increasing in violence and intentionality. How does he, the people who they caught doing this are all a bunch of weirdos. These are not regular people. Them two people who shot up the cop and all of that, we're going to find out something. You see, we don't find out no information. Somebody hired them. I'm telling you. Somebody hired them, and we don't know. We don't have no information on that. Everybody else has been off the rocker. That guy, he's a bipolar. The woman who they had in the train station, she's a nut job. It's always some weirdos, and they bringing this to the forefront. Meanwhile, you got black people killing black people, Hispanic killing Hispanic, Hispanic killing black, Hispanic. That's every day. We don't see the increasing violent, the intentionality. We must condemn these acts unequivocally. These guys just like talking. What's a good word? Unequivocally. Put it in there. Silence is consent. Racism and anti-Semitism have no place in a civilized society. People of conscience must close ranks. We're not against that. We're not against the nonviolence. The point is the what? The popular persuasions. Putting this in your mind. And because I live in Brooklyn, where I live, I see the Jewish people. They're already starting to act a little different than they normally do. They acting a little bit scary. I'm just telling you. I'm coming around a corner the other day. You got to look for the traffic. So Hasidic Jew, he's at the bus stop. He just happened to, people happen to turn and see you while you seeing them. Whatever, no big deal. So I turn like this. He looks at me. But I'm not looking at him. I looked at him, but I'm looking for the traffic. But he turns all the way around like, wait a minute. Who's in the back of that truck? He might be here to assassinate me. Like, I pull off. I see the guy still looking. What the hell are you looking at, man? Wait for your bus. But this is what happens. It's getting into their heads too. So now they're walking around nervous. But if y'all came up in the area where I'm talking about, Jake and them been in that area for decades. Nothing's going on. There's no beef going on over there. The only beef is when I say it's like a silent beef where it's like, they doing their thing. They know you doing your thing. It's no real interaction like that. I know this one cat used to sell weed to them dudes, man. They used to come over and buy. I need one smack. Yeah, he would take advantage of them because they was dirty as hell. Coming over there trying to play like they were upright and then buying drugs. Where my money at? I just have to go get it. Slap. But that's drug business. But we ain't got much time. But I just wanted to bring that stuff out. Let's get a couple more because I don't want y'all to think I'm just going crazy with them right now. But I have to because I have to put it into y'all minds that these people, a lot of the stuff they're doing is calculated. It's nothing it's not brothers coming out and just attacking them. It's not that simple. All right? It's something behind it. All right? Give me the Angry Bird. Give me Jeremiah 49:10. I said, give me the Angry Bird. He's looking like, where's that at? Give me 49:10. Don't ever forget this scripture right here. Don't ever forget this scripture right here.
Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled.
You heard that? His seed is spoiled. Don't come back talking about, but this one, he's a good. Yo, read that again.
But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled.
Come on.
And his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
And he's not. He's finished. He's finished. That's why he wants to see the stopping of the building of Israel, because he knows his time is coming to an end. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Give me Ezra 11. No. Give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Because guess what? The thing would be, because a lot of people who hear this truth, they say, a lot of our people, they're like, oh, yeah, it sounds good and everything, but, it sounds hateful. Why it sound hateful?
2 and 2.
Because, y'all talking about the white man, this and that. I said, oh, yeah? Okay. This is for all of them and for even Esau. When they say, damn, but why they got to teach it like that? I remember that time we was teaching. A couple brothers were out there. And I guess he was Amalek, but he wasn't Hasidic. He was walking by as we were teaching. He said, hey, I can't even say what he said, hey, you know what? You guys are right. You guys are right. You know what? But sometimes why don't you just shut the F up? Damn. Yo, we had to, but I ain't gonna lie, we laughed, man. He was like, I just want to ask you a question. Why don't you shut the F up? I know it's true. Okay, you got it. Please. But why can't you just shut the F up? And y'all know Big Azor at the door, right? He was out there. He was like, you too, Jumbo. He called him Jumbo, man. Yo, Ramaya was there. He said, and you're not even all the way black. No, he was a grown man. Yo, Ramaya, you remember that? Yo, see, y'all don't know Ramaya. Ramaya's light skinned. So he called Ramaya yellow. He said, he's yellow. He doesn't even have anything to do with it. He was just grasping for straws. That was one of the funniest days. But the point is, they get mad when we bring this out, but we have to bring it out. Read.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 2.
No. I want 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who knoweth letteth will
Now
let.
letteth. Only he who now letteth will let.
Yes. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken away, until he be taken out of the way.
Come on.
And then shall that wicked be revealed.
And then shall that wicked be revealed. That's what we're doing. We have to reveal the wicked. That's part of the prophecies of the book. That's why we're able to see what's coming. We have to reveal this man. Read on.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
He's coming after what? I love that. After the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay? All these signs and lying wonders, the bombs and this and that. He's like God. Oh, look how much power he got. He got a damn military base in everybody's home. And he's the good guy? How's that? Read on.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
That they might be saved, right? That you might be saved when what? You're able to see this thing for what it is. You're not getting caught up. You're not being deceived with the unrighteousness. Saying, no, we're the good guys. We had to stop terrorism in its tracks. That's what they said. We had to stop it in its tracks. Please, I got to pull one more script. I know we're going over. I know. We're going to take a few more minutes. I just want to get this. They said they had to stop Iran because Iran has cells, terror cells. What do you call them? Sleeper cells. No. I want the one in, That's good too, but I want the one in, Habakkuk. All right? That one is good too, though. We're going to pull a couple of these. I know we're going over, y'all. I just want to just write these down, and then we'll call it. But this is heavy. They said they had to bang on Iran because Iran was doing what? Doing terroristic acts in other little countries, trying to get at America on a small level. And now they found out that they got a sleeper cells in America. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Read.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6 and 7. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
Who's all these? No. Hold on. I want to get there. Where you at? 7?
2, 6, and 7.
All right. No. Hold on. We got to start up, bro.
Oh, shit.
Damn. This thing is beautiful. Man, this is beautiful, man. Hey, read from verse 3.
Yes, sir. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, so this is a prophecy saying it's not for now, but for a time to come. And when it comes out, it ain't going to be no lie. It's going to be real. Come on.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
We just read that his seed is spoiled. He's not upright. He can't be. This man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Read.
But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine,
Meaning lies. Come on.
he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
He's never home. He's always in somebody's land, stealing, robbing, killing, terrorizing. Come on.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth not unto him.
No. And heapeth
And
unto
he-
him.
yes.
Come on.
And heapeth unto him all people.
That's right. He wants to get everybody in his nation. Remember what Haman said back when we read in Esther, that what? That the Israelites are stopping everybody from coming together. In Maccabees, they want everybody underneath their wings. It's telling you right here who this is talking about. If you didn't know who this was talking about, now you know who it's talking about. He's heaping all peoples to himself. Read.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
All these people that are underneath him and seeing how wicked he is, shall they not all take a parable against him? Come on.
In a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Right, because this man is always stealing. He stole everything, land, people, their heritage. Remember that? I'm the Aryan. No, you're not. I'm the Jew. No, you're not. I'm the Greek. No, you're not. I'm the white man. Yes, that's you. Read on.
Woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
That's when you read in Daniel about the thick clay, the miry clay. Meaning about all those different peoples that are in there together. Read on.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
You ain't see that? Shall they not rise up suddenly and bite you? That's the sleeper cells they're worried about. Because, yes, there is going to be some people that rise up suddenly and bite them. Yes, it's going to happen. It's written right here. Come on.
And awake that shall vex thee, and there shall be for booties unto them.
The booties is talking about what? Meaning they shall be, right, spoil and all of that, right? To them, to the other nations. Esau has to pay. They have to go down. That's just part of the prophecy. Come on.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Damn.
All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwelleth therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house,
Right.
that he may set his nest on high.
You see that? He covetous and evil to. I want the moon. The space belongs to me. Outer space belongs to us now. Boom. Now we're going to put our what? Our nest on high. That's what that man did. He went up there. He's building space stations, everything, trying to be on the moon, chilling. You don't see no pictures of the moon no more. You don't see no pictures of the moon because they up there building, trying to get away. Read.
That he may be delivered from the power of evil.
That's why they're trying to go out into outer space and put their nest up there so they can get away from the nuclear destruction. You're not going to run, Esau. Why you think they fighting everybody off? Nah, make sure they stay in position. They're buying time for them to try to get out there. Yeah. Brad Pitt, Ad Astra. Y'all seen that movie? Corny. I found a way to live. Shut up. Come on, stop. They trying to be on Jupiter, everywhere they want to be. Mars, all of that. So when the bombs hit, they over there. They know what's coming. Let me see. Listen, I know I said I only got one more, but I lied. One more. One more, and that's it for real. Let me see what I had. Okay. No. Let's stop right there. We're going to stop right there. Just give me Isaiah 55 and 1. All right, well, that's it. Isaiah 55 and 1, we good. I'm sorry, y'all. But this is something, I had some more stuff I wanted to show y'all, but I knew we wasn't going to be able to get to everything. But this is something that we got to understand, all right? These people are coming. That's it. They coming. It's on. It's popping. So y'all better get yourself prepared. Isaiah 55, right?
Yes, in 1.
All right, hold on. Let me get there. Go ahead.
Isaiah 55 in verse 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
That's right. Come to these scriptures, get these commandments, live it. That's what I'm saying. No more window shop. You see what it says? Buy. Don't keep looking. Oh, this one? Just buy them all. Buy the commandments with no money and eat. That's what the Lord told Ezekiel. Eat this roll. Talking about the scriptures. Eat it up. Get it in your system. Get it in your spirit. And we're going to walk that thing. All right, and with that, we're going to say shalom. We're going to leave it right there. We got anything? Any announcements? Any online announcements?